Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the Geelong versus GWS round 11 game, going through who went well, who didn't go so well, and how it was probably the best game of the round for me in general, with three scores and all of them being tons, which was basically perfect. Especially my pod of Stewart's going ridiculous, and even Whitfield as well going ridiculous. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Stewart 1-2-1, absolutely huge. And we see here 37, 25, 20, 39. So he had really good, amazing splits. And if we look here, that's Whitfield. So if you look here at Stewart, he is 22% owned, so he's getting up there. It's almost not a pod anymore, actually, now looking at it. But still 22% owned for a 1-2-1 is huge. And what's Whitfield? Whitfield is 4% owned for a 102, which is huge. And Whitfield didn't even have the marks that we thought he would have. He had 5, and he usually goes around a little bit more, but he had that really good split between kicks and handballs, and at one point he had 1 kick and 4 handballs, so he had 23 and 3 after that and got up to the 102, and he had 1 free kick against, which was late in the game, which could have been a 105, and then he also didn't kick it out of the back for a 108, I guess, and I'm just going to check in with the kick-ins. GWS 2023, he had 7 and 6. Okay, so that's, yeah, we're just seeing really good numbers where if they have 10 or 12 behinds, which you sort of expect at AFL level, he's going to have at least a free 20 points basically these last 3 rounds that I think I've had him. Have I had him for the last 3? Let's look. So 11, 10, would have been 9 would be. Did I grab him 9? No, I grabbed him round 10, didn't I? Grabbed him round 10, and he got an 86 and a 102, so that's not bad. And we'll leave it on that screen because it helps with the players. And yeah, so Stewart 1-2-1, absolutely huge, like I said, and yeah, just got to an absolute ridiculous score. It just got to the point where he was just getting intercept mark after intercept mark at one point, which was really good. Blickar's 95, Cameron 94. He ended up kicking 2 behinds, 3 behinds, 1 goal, 3, 2 goals, 3 in the end. It looks like, so pretty good performance from him. Smith, Bruin is gaining cash now. Of course, once I traded him out, he started to do that. Him and McGrath, 2 of my sort of picks at the start of the season, are now starting to pick it up, which is quite annoying. Parfitt, Guthrie, Segler, Myers, Henry, Stengel, Atkins, no one else here really, except for Mullins, who scored 56 and he looked really good. Only problem with me is that I need to get rid of Samson Ryan at all costs, and so I'm sort of bargaining on another ruckman coming through and playing, and so I really should have probably gotten rid of, I got unlucky that I had to get rid of Powell and Holland last week, which was the right choices, but it left me with not being able to, with McAndrew not performing, not being able to get another ruckman in that would have allowed. I'm basically just hoping we get a debut ruckman, or I have to guess with Freo. So anyone that knows with Fremantle, I'll again say this for pretty much across the week, anyone knows any debut ruckman or any ruckman that are very close, shout them out please. So Mullins, yeah, very close, very good score, and I wish I could get him, but also happy that I'm not necessarily down the dumps if I don't get him, because he's a Geelong guy and they are known to switch up quickly, so he could be one that you might be glad to miss. Tui, O'Connor, Close, Henry, Buse, and no one else here. Radically going down injured, that could have either positive or negative effects on Stewart, as he might have to take up a more sort of that key position defender, not that freelance defender, meaning that his scores will decrease. Green, Hogan, Briggs did really well. Unlucky that he's that price, because if he was the 200k ruckman, that would be amazing, but obviously not. Tom Green didn't hit his break even, but I mean, he's a keeper, so 108, that's fine. The only reason I wouldn't take him, would start to think about trading him, is that we've seen a little bit of a downward spiral. Last 3 of 100. last 5-1-2-1. So maybe he's just falling a little bit, but we still got 2 more weeks to think about that and see if he is falling, because I don't want to have him and be. I think there's greater advantage taking his what's going to be probably 950k by the time I would trade him out. AFL break evens, as I believe his break evens probably 125, 130. Green 132. So I don't think he's going to dip down quickly, but I mean, if I can trade him out before his buy at 930, 940, 950k, and he drops a little bit after that, and gets down to 900k, and I'm able to, I don't know, maybe even get him back in at like some price and be able to get like a Brayshaw and help towards getting that last premium in, that could be an option, but I'm just probably pushing it a little bit too much with that. Whitfield obviously did really well here, 32-31, a 15-point quarter here was a disappointing quarter. But it's a hard place to go, Geelong. So it could be really good that he's still got 100 here and has the ability now with, I'm pretty sure his break-even is going to be pretty low. And he's got 2 more weeks for me to, he's not going to be held. But hopefully in the 2 weeks that he's got, that 94 is pretty high. But hopefully he can go 130, get up to that 850k and make it easier for him to trade out. As I'm just looking for that with the only guys I'm holding out of these guys out of the back line will be Dacos and Stewart, holding Mitchell, and I think I'm able to hold Wilmot. Yeah, I'm able to hold Wilmot at this point. Then holding potentially Tom Green. I don't think I'm going to hold Bontempelli. I think I'm going to have to pick one of these two, because I get one of these two, and I might be holding 4 in the last round of the buys rather than 3. But I might be holding 3 because I also have Wardlaw out that round as well, which will suck. So I might be holding 3 that round as well. So yeah, that's that kind of, now looking at it, sucks a little. So I'm holding Green, and I'm holding Taranto and English no matter what. So, and then I'm probably going to hold Sheasel just because he's so highly owned. And then Bont is 17 and Green's 38. So I'll probably get rid of Bont for someone else around 14, like a Laird or something like that. Rosie will probably go to a likes of Jackson or something and just move Dunkley into the midfield post-buy, and that'll help that out. And yeah, so I'm getting rid of probably Bont. Rosie as well is going to get rid of. Merritt and Petrarca will stay. Ashcroft will stay. Atkins is going this round. Sharp, I think, is going this round, I want to say. Wardlaw is staying. English and Marshall are staying. Samson Ryan's going. Taranto, Goulden, Dunkley. Sheasel is staying. McPherson is staying, even though it sucks because of his price. He's just dropping massively. McPherson, I believe, has a 120 break even, so that's going to be tough to match. But yeah, a lot of guys are staying. Drury, I think, has to stay at this point. No Long staying, and I think Cowan might be in line for a recall, as well as Uland. So hopefully those guys get games, because getting those guys off red dots and onto greens will be huge. And hopefully Chesser plays again, because that'll be huge to get his, just to have another green dot to be only down to 1. Even Drury could be back, but I don't think he will be. So I'd be bound to 1, 2. I'd be down to only 2 reds outside of my guys. And if we look at, I'll just do this because it's easier. It would be down to 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 guys out, which is good enough. 25 players is good enough, I think. 1, 2. Did I miss someone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys out. Sorry. So 24 playing is enough to generate a big score. Especially with the guys that I've got. Obviously, don't take into account Hobbs, because he's not going to be my captain. That's just me setting it up and not actually looking at captaincy scores at the moment. And then, yeah, going into next week, I will probably be trading, I think Rosie was the man that I think I'm going to be trading. yeah, Rosie's the man I'm going to be trading, as I don't like these two matchups, to be honest. And Rosie and probably Will Day. Yeah, probably Will Day will be the guy that'll trade. Those two alongside someone else, I think. I don't know who yet. It might be around. It depends on like Duggan, or it depends on really scores, because I'm going to be trying to get rid of guys that aren't scoring well enough, and that could be Zeeble. If we look at his break even, Zeeble, I think it's starting to get up there, 115. So I could look to try and get out of him early and move him on for someone else, and move like Humphrey and Hobbs into the forward line, and yeah, do that to help get and just get midfielders. That could work. But yeah, we'll just wait and see with that. And now back to, I guess, the GW. This game I've sideways quite a lot. Ash 95, Cornelia 91, Uden, Callahan 75. No one else here really. Angwin 51 is really good, but his cash gen is really just slowed. And then we finally got Faye, but he came on and scored a 6. So, and it was like 13% time on ground. I think he's been given the wing role to try and get him in, but I don't think he's really done outstanding, to be honest. And I think he needs that half-back role, which is occupied by Whitfield and Ash, to really actually score well. So hopefully we see that in the coming weeks, but I doubt it, to be honest. But what the... but that's basically the video there, and if I go back to main screen, that's the review of the Geelong versus GWS game, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.